Hi, guys. Welcome. This is Shannon with Rooted Connections, your soul alignment coach. And I just wanted to come in at the beginning of the month and really jump in on this energy to outline what's coming up for us collectively. Where can we shift our focus internally to guide us on our journey, how to work with the ever changing energies that are incoming and plan out in our daily lives. I want to thank you for being here. Let's get started. This topic is over February. The theme for this month is freedom and self love. Those two things carry the same frequency, freedom and self love. These two energies have me reflecting on what is freedom really? How does freedom feel? When do I know that I'm experiencing it? I do a lot of self inquiry, self reflection, and I encourage you to do the same. And likewise for self love, what is self love really? How am I experiencing self love? How do I know I'm experiencing self love? And so, as we look around the world today, we see these things externally. We see the themes of freedom being challenged collectively, worldwide. People's freedoms are being challenged. You may see protests going on. Communities are crying out, souls are crying out for freedom. And this external reflection tells me one thing that is an internal need that collectively needs to be healed. While this is playing out in our outer world, something else is happening. Our inner world is calling for self love. I'm a believer in as within, so without, as above, so below. And so, if we are seeing something play out in our outer world, we must go back and reflect what's going on in our inner worlds. What are we seeing collectively in communities? We're seeing people's freedoms being taken away, the freedom to just live in peace. I don't want to get political on this, but this is my personal opinion. I know there's laws and boundaries and everything, but at the end of the day, humanity is indigenous to this earth. But anyway, so the intention of this video to explore how freedom and self-love are not separate, but they're deeply connected in how they begin within. So we see these themes playing out and what's going on with love. We're seeing a lack of love collectively. So, what is freedom really? Many people will define freedom looking at it externally, freedom of speech, expression, or maybe your government is not a dictatorship. Now, while these are all important, they are not the source of true freedom. We're talking about true freedom. At its core, freedom is an expression of sovereignty. You experience freedom when you are operating in your own sovereignty. And what is sovereignty? Sovereignty is cultivated within, it's a state of being, a knowing. This is a knowing that you are connected to the divine. You are not separate from the divine. You know you have free will. You know you're complete. You know you have true authority. True authority. That's what sovereignty is. You experience your freedom when you are standing on that. Freedom is not found outside of you. It's not in the systems, it's not in laws or in an external permission slip. The concept of freedom itself is an internal state. So I guess we need to question, especially Americans, we pride on living in the land of the free. And that's been our external expression and what our laws have written. But have we really been living in freedom? I would say, based on the collective expression right now, that answer is no. We have not, because we have the false sense of it externally, but it's not reflecting internally. Now, I just want to point this out. I understand the importance of systems, but this doesn't remove us from system. It just changes how we relate to them. Understanding that your freedom is not tied to the system. That's what we're talking about here. So the next thing I want to move on to is your external freedom versus your internal bondage. Ooh. External freedom versus internal bondage. Some might say, I do what I want, when I want, with who I want. But when you look a little closer, you probably find that are they really doing what they want when they want? Are they really controlling the situation, or is something external driving their decision making? Hmm. Let's use this example. You have the freedom to buy what you want, but if the desire is externally programmed or driven, then you're just responding, not choosing. Hmm. How can we put that into a more grounded context? I don't know. I'm not hung up on designer brand names and stuff like that. So I don't know. You have the freedom to go buy that, but is the external force that's wanting you, driving you to buy it? Is it because it's what's trending right now? It's what's popular, or it's going to get a certain reaction from a certain group of people? That's not to say you don't like the item, but if it's an external driving force, guess what, baby? You are still being controlled. You are still in bondage. You are not doing what you want to do when you want to do, even though you think you are. So let's be cognizant of that. Slow down and think instead of doing things on autopilot. Think about, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to eat this? Why? Think about your whys behind the whys. I want to get to your why behind the why. I want to get to the ground floor. Anytime you are doing something outside of you, or you're influenced by something outside of you, that's the thing that's controlling you. If you're doing something outside of inner reflection, that is the force that is driving you externally. You are not experiencing freedom if that's where you're at. Now, if you are collecting inner, you're going in, you're making a conscious decision. You're choosing, you're not responding. There's a difference. So, freedom requires awareness, sovereignty requires self honesty. Oh, is that hard for you? Being honest with self. I know that was a eye-opening thing for me coming along early in my journey. I'm an honest person. I tell the truth and I don't like embellishing and all those things. But yeah, my higher self had to call me on the carpet on a few things internally. Like, are you really telling the truth, Shannon? Are you gaslighting yourself? Are you lying to yourself? Truth has been a major cornerstone in my journey. I'm all about standing in truth and authenticity. And so your sovereignty requires you to do that. If you can't do that, then you're bound. Something is bound. Your voice might be stuck. You might stuck in your willpower where you can't move forward, make decisions, but you're bound. So I also was reflecting on, yeah, now I promise you guys, when I sat down to meditate on what is February all about, what are we doing this month? What's the energy like? I honestly was not thinking in the realm of Black History Month. But the fact of the matter it is, February is the month that America observes Black History Month. And I know it's just a holiday that they've assigned. However, I feel that it is important to acknowledge our ancestors and those that came before us, not just in February, but this is a focused time collectively, and collective focus is very powerful. With that in mind, I was like, okay, it's not a coincidence that this message on freedom and self love is coming through. A Black History Month, it carries the frequency of enslavement, resistance, but also a liberation and remembering. So that frequency, okay, let's hang out there for a little bit of enslavement, resistance, liberation, and remembering. We have enslavement, resistance, which is bondage. We have liberation and remembering, which is freedom. And we have the reflection and the recognition of our ancestors in this month. So the ancestors are speaking. Doesn't matter what background you are, the ancestors are speaking. They're not separate from us. They're living within us. They're around us. So I'm not going to go too far in that because I can go on a tangent. But no matter where you are, no matter where you are, no matter who you are being called to spiritual freedom. That's what we're talking about. Being called to spiritual freedom. When individuals experience freedom internally, now when individuals, so I've talked about collectively. Let's shift this to individually because that's where it's going to start. Whenever you start to do your individual work, that shifts the collective. Okay. When you do your individual work and you get in tune with your authentic self and self love and all of those things, when you do your individual work, that ripples out to the collective. Therefore, the outer world that we all want to live in starts to change. We'll start seeing people free. We'll start seeing the reflection of this new earth that you probably heard people talking about. You will start to see people being kinder to themselves as well as kind to other people because they're more accepting of themselves. And so it's always an inward outward thing. So freedom must be realized within before without. As within, so it is without. We want to change the collective outlook. We want to change what we're seeing in the collective, and we must go within so that we can see the outward freedom. I want to talk about sovereignty as the root of freedom. And I talked earlier how you experience freedom by standing in your sovereignty. This sovereignty means that you are a divine being. You are a fractal piece of source, God, whichever name you call the divine. I frequently, just so the listeners know, I refer to God, source, spirit interchangeably. We're talking about the source of all there is. We are a fractal of that source of all there is. And because of that, we are already whole. We are not missing anything. We're not lacking anything. We are not broken. We are in full divine authority. Therefore, we should stand in that confidence and in our freedom and in our sovereignty. You're here on earth to learn and experience, not to prove. And if you are not experiencing freedoms internally and you're bound internally because you are people pleasing, you're doing things externally motivating to you that you don't necessarily align with internally, just know that is not proving anything. That's not proving to them that you are a good friend, a good coworker, by you self-sacrificing, by you enslaving yourself to their energy. Doesn't prove anything. You're just here to learn and experience. Source is giving you the free will to create your reality how you see fit. So you don't have to build traps for yourself. You don't have to put up blockages for yourself. Yes, I said you, because you are the creator of your reality, no one else. It's a learning experience. I want to talk about self love. Self love is sovereignty in action. Who's that again? Self love is sovereignty in action. To truly love yourself, you must see yourself as divine, not separate. You're not separate from Source, God. You're not separate. You are divine. Love is a pure frequency of God. It's unconditional, free flowing. Notice how love feels expansive and freedom is expansive. Neither love or freedom is a restrictive energy. They're the same frequency, but they are expressed differently. Love, freedom, different expressions, same frequency, both expansive. So when you are facing a decision, you're facing a circumstance, just drop into your body, take a few deep breaths, and ask, is this feeling like it's restricting me? Does it feel like it's squeezing me? Is my gut getting tight? Or does it feel expansive to me? Is my heart blooming, busting open? Does it feel exciting? Am I jumping for joy? And my inner child is going crazy? That's what expansion is. So do that with yourself and do it anything. I like to drop into the body. Our body is a technology for us to use. You use it all the time, but you probably don't acknowledge a lot of time it's what it's telling you or it signals. But yes, listening into your body. When someone is talking to you, trying to sell you something, listen and listen with your body. What is your body doing? Is it contracting or is it expanding? Okay, let's go on to intention. I like to think of intention as a bridge. And I love the bridge analogy that is very connected to rooted connections. So, intention is the bridge. Despite what's happening externally, you can experience freedom and love in any moment. I want you to know that. And I know there's a lot of chaos right now externally, but you can experience love and freedom in any moment by intention. Intention will bridge you there no matter where you're at. This equation always begins inside and then outward. Your intention is everything. This is what it does. It directs your energy. It aligns your consciousness, your mind, and it opens new pathways. That's pretty cool. Just by you setting an intention. What is a simple intention? You wake up in the morning, before you get out of the bed, take time to just come back into your body, collect yourself. Don't just wake up and go. Give yourself time to settle in and wake up and come back into your body and your energy. And set your intentions of what you want to do for the day. Let's experiment with this. I guarantee you, come on now. I guarantee you, sorry, I'm getting excited. You start setting your intentions in the morning, watch how your day unfolds. It's not even like you had to really pound yourself about the things that you said you were going to do. Because you have set the intention, the energy has gone out before you and is starting to prepare your way. My word goes out and doesn't return void. I know that sounds familiar to you. So I'm about to wrap this up. Is there anything else I want to bring out about this topic? February, it's a lot going on. We're going to need to ground. We're going to need to take a break, go within. We still are in winter. So we are really still in that dark time of reflection where we should be. Nature is in a dormant state right now. So it's time for us to go within and figure out where our alignments are at internally. And also pay attention to what's happening in your external world, not to judge it, but just to sit back in observation. Sit back and say, you know what? I want to observe my life today. Observe and think, how did my morning go? And then how did work go? And just reflect on the energy that you were in. And if there's anything that you want to shift or change, because again, you create your reality. And if there is, be honest with yourself and take note and shift it. Just that simple. So I love activations. I am all about activations at Rooted Connections. You will always be activated because that is where your transformation happens. Just me giving you information, you'll have some level of transformation, but unless you put it into action, it's not becoming solidified in your life and real. I want to do a heart activation. And I feel like the heart is a good place to start with self love. It's a sacred space. The heart is a portal, it's a gateway, it's your guidance system, it's many things. Your heart space is whole. Now, can things block that energy from free flowing? Yes. So, what kind of things blocks it? We have unreconciled experiences, and that can just be anything from traumas, things from your childhood. There's a load of stuff that we go through in our childhood that we bring into our adulthood that has not been reconciled. So we need to go back and reconcile those experiences. We call that inner child work or shadow work, however you want to relate to it. But unreconciled experiences can block the heart space. Emotional residue, stored pain, unforgiveness, those things can block your heart space to where you're not feeling or you're feeling in distortion. What I want to do with you today is to activate your heart space. And something I just realized and something for February I didn't even bring up. I'm not into the holidays like that, but Valentine's Day is celebrated in February. And so right there is about love. Oh, thank you, Spirit. It's about love, okay? That symbolism. And so let's do this heart activation. So what I want you to do is just get settled. If you're listening to this, feel free to, you can do this in your quiet time, but just get settled and let's just place your hand on your heart and just start breathing slowly. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Just want to slow the nervous system down. Let's shift our nervous system from the sympathetic into the parasympathetic and relax. We are relaxing to receive. Our intention is going to be the key. Our intention is the key to the doorway of your heart today. And we are activating it and opening it with intention. Now, as you're breathing, I want you to feel the rhythm of your heart. Just feel your heartbeat. We're just observing. Feel your own frequency. And as you come into resonance with your heart, I want you to say, I love you. Say your name. I love you, Shannon. And breathe that in. I love you, Shannon. Say it again. I love you, Shannon. Say it again. Now, with your intention, we're opening the door of your heart. We're opening the space. You might see green or pink colors as your eyes are closed. This is the heart energy. Ask your heart, what are you asking me to release right now? What are you asking me to release right now? Whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, go with it. Don't reason with it. Just go with it. Take note of it. The next thing I want you to do is ask your heart, what is my heart asking me to receive? What is my heart asking me to receive? Take note. What does it feel like? What does it look like? Just listen for a few more moments to your heart without forcing, just listen. And when you're done, jot down what you heard. What are you releasing? And then what do you need to receive? I guarantee you, your heart is speaking. Feel free to do that as often as needed. I do that quite often. If I feel like my energy is scattered, I will pause and stop and put my hand on my heart and call back my energy and ask, okay, what am I needing right now? You can do that at any moment in time, those exercises, and it will pull you back in to yourself. To wrap this up, February's invitation is calling us into higher freedom and deeper love. Higher freedom and deeper love. This is an individual work. I know we're out doing things collectively in the community, and that's fine. The wheels got to keep going, but it cannot be without consideration to your individual inner work. Because if you are just out there doing, what are you truly rippling into the collective? And we want pure intention. We don't want delusion or things to be in confusion. We want clear messaging. And that clarity comes from aligning with yourself and within. When we love ourselves and reclaim our freedom internally, it will ripple out. It will change families, our communities, and then the collective. Those are the levels. So I truly believe humanity can build a reality for the highest good of all. If you believe that you build your personal reality and you're building it for the highest good, that will ripple out that humanity is building realities for the highest good of all. Humanity is building realities for the highest good of all. Humanity is building realities for the highest good of all. Let that frequency ring. Let that frequency ring. But it begins with love, self love. So I want to thank you for being here. I'm Shannon, soul alignment coach with Rooted Connections. And I'm here to support you in aligning you with your soul's path with clarity, power, and authenticity. That is my heart. That is my intention always, is to activate the ripple in you. This is me living out my dream and purpose and rippling it out. And I want to see you all do the same. And we've just become this ripple effect. So if you resonate with this message, if you resonate with the frequency of this channel, I invite you, please subscribe and follow us. We are building community within Rooted Connections. And so sign up for our newsletter. You will get updates on what's going on with Rooted Connection, what events are happening, what we're offering. But it also helps keep you in the loop. So follow us on all of our socials. You can find us Rooted Connections 144 on YouTube. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So we are very, very new, working on it. And so, yes, thank you for listening. And I want you to be part of the family and help us grow. It's a reciprocal effect, guys. I'm rippling out growth and I want to see growth, and we're going to help each other grow. We're going to help each other grow. So this is helping me as well. So anyway, I'm going to stop chatting. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And I will see you next time. Bye.